So it's the end of winter here in Central Oregon, and like most markets throughout the nation, we're getting ready to see a wave of sellers hit the market ready to sell in the warm summer and spring months. During all of our listing appointments, one of the most common questions we hear is, hey, what is the best thing I could do to prepare my house to sell? In my opinion, these are the 6 most important things that every seller should do when getting their house ready to sell. Make sure to stick around towards the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a bonus tip that should help you sell much quicker for more money, and it can make all the difference on listing day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chance Jackson, and I've been working in real estate for almost a decade now. I've worked in multiple states, and my wife and I actually started our own real estate team here in beautiful Bend, Oregon. So let's get to it. Before we dive in, I want to preface this list by saying that if you plan to list your home and you want to implement all of these steps, you should give yourself at least 3 months before going live. That means if you want to sell in spring, you should be doing all of these things and prepping in winter. The more time you allow for preparation and planning, the more likely you are to sell faster and for more money. And I'll explain why as we go along. Step number 1, plan the process. It might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised as to how many people skip this step. You should be asking yourself, how quickly do you want to sell? Why are you selling? Are you willing to wait for the right offer, or do you need to sell quickly? How many days on market is your typical house expected to sit on the market? Or do you have any contingencies that might impact your selling time frame? Of course, you can try to figure this all out on your own, but this is where a professional real estate agent is really going to help you shine and prepare for the best plan of attack when bringing your home to market. Step number 2, organizing your home receipts and records. One of my suggested biggest secret weapons that all home sellers should do is preparing a home binder with all of the information about the property so that it can be presented to any potential buyers for review before listing day. This binder should include invoices and receipts for home improvements, service records, which is HVAC, plumbing, electrical, utility bills and energy efficiency reports, instruction manuals for appliances or other home systems, HOA documents if applicable. Most homeowners have a junk drawer or a box like this full of receipts and all sorts of information about their home that they have been collecting dust unorganized. This is why it's so important, because when you present something that's organized and structured in a nice binder, a potential home buyer is going to see that binder and they're going to feel like, wow, this seller really cares about their home, they're really organized, and likely the house itself is probably really taken care of. Tip number 3 is to service your home systems. Now is the time to make sure that everything's working properly and efficiently. Even if you're a responsible homeowner who does regular maintenance, I recommend scheduling one final checkup on all major home systems. This can include your HVAC system, which should be your furnace, your AC unit, your water heater, any appliances, really anything that could be really expensive to fix later on. You're going to want to ensure the buyer knows that it's well taken care of. If you're enjoying this video and you appreciate this content, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. Our goal is to get at least 50% of all of our viewers subscribed to this channel. Every like, comment, and subscription really does make a huge difference, and we really appreciate it. So let's get back into the content. 4, address deferred maintenance. We all have that I'll get to it later home project list. Well, now is time to tackle it. And these honestly should be only the small issues that most buyers will notice when they first walk through your home. This could be faded paint, holes in walls, dripping faucets, loose doorknobs, missing light bulb, all of the things that when a buyer walks through and they notice that's going to make them feel uncomfortable. We want to make sure that we get those all tidied up, fixed, and presentable for your home sale. Now, number 5 is probably the most standard and typical tip you're going to hear from all real estate agents about what you should do to get ready for a home sale, and that's clean, packing, and staging. Now, there are typically 3 steps to this process, and I've done a video interviewing a professional local stager here in town. You can click that link here. Obviously, you're going to want to deep clean the home. You're going to need to make that home as clean as possible. Ask your real estate agent to take you out and show you what the other houses look like so that you know what quality you should be cleaning your home to. If you feel like it's as clean as you normally would make your home, clean it a little bit more. Go the extra mile to make your house as clean and new feeling as possible. You're also going to want to declutter and pack. So decluttering and packing is one of those things that helps promote the idea that you're moving anyway. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure that everything that you aren't going to use goes in those boxes, ideally in storage, but you can put them in the garage for now or just out of the way. Another tip that you should take into consideration in this step is making sure to pull down all personal items off the walls. You're selling the home. You don't need to showcase your family. You don't need to showcase your personal identity, all your accomplishments and stuff like that. We're trying to neutralize the space to help the potential buyers open up their minds and envision their lives in the house. Now, the last topic of this set is staging the home. And there's a couple of different nuances to how you can do this. Statistically, staging your home generates a higher chance of selling your home for more money. You can pay a company to bring in all sorts of stuff to stage your home and make it look like a specific style, but that can be a little pricey. You have the option of using your own items to stage a home, but you want to make sure that those items are clean and nice and presenting. Step number 6, boosting your curb appeal. Now, most potential buyers will probably drive through the neighborhood before they decide to go to an open house. This is why it's so important to work on the outside and exterior of your home to make it feel inviting. Before buyers actually step in the front door, they're already making judgments on how the home feels based on how it looks outside. Simple upgrades like power washing the driveway and siding, maybe some fresh mulch or trimmed landscaping will really help bring it home. Repainting the front door if needed, updating outdoor lighting, or if you get a lot of snow, like here it snows sometimes really randomly in spring, you're gonna wanna make sure there's a path shoveled so that anyone touring your house can easily walk through and access the front door. So make sure to put a lot of extra effort into boosting your curb appeal. So you made it to the bonus tip. I'm really excited to share this with you. This bonus tip is to touch up doors, walls, and trim before you go live. Living in a house, we regularly scuff things, scratch things, put up picture frames, all sorts of stuff, especially over a long period of time. That damage starts to really wear and really take away from how beautiful your home is. So touching up might include patching up holes, repainting an entire wall, repainting trim, reattaching trim. I would suggest hiring a professional to do this, but that's going to be a little bit more money. It's really up to you, but just make sure to do it. When you repaint a space, you're basically neutralizing the smell. Most sellers that do this bonus step will wait until as close to last second before listing as possible to implement this step, so the house is as clean and fresh as possible. So selling your home is a big decision, and it takes a lot of thought and effort into making a huge splash when you hit the market. If you're thinking about selling this year or in the near future and you want some personalized guidance, feel free to reach out below. My contact information is in the show notes. If you're selling on the other side of the country, or if you're selling in a completely different country, feel free to reach out. I would love to help however I can, and I can connect you with another agent that I'm associated with all over the world. And I'd love to hear any other ideas that you have that you think people should do when they get their house ready to sell, whether you're a real estate agent like myself, or you're just somebody that had a lot of success in selling in the past, or maybe you didn't have any success selling in the past because something was done incorrectly. Leave it in the comments. Let's start a conversation about it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.